Yeah, wrapping up spring, I guess thoughts on today and what y'all saw from your group.
First, I thought on both sides, Destrehan and Karr, two quality football teams, very clean, very well coached. Everybody got to work on tackling in the spring. You only get 10 days, right? So I think, how we prepared this spring kept some guys healthy. We get some guys back in the summer. I thought it was nice. I thought it was clean. It's good enough to give them an off day tomorrow.
So, Coach, Teron Francis made some plays out there and showed just his athletic ability. What have you really seen from him in another?
Teron is going to be who he is. He's going to make plays, and he's going to be the best wide receiver in the state. He's going to get the targets. He's going to get the balls. And John threw him some good balls today. I thought he placed the ball well. We had a couple of drops, but, that's why he got the summer. We're not trying to be perfect today. We're trying to play physical. And I think both teams were very physical today.
The last couple of years to wrap up spring and have Karr and Destrehan on the same field as kind of measuring sticks of where y'all are and the amount of college coaches that come out to see y'all, how big is today, considering it is still just spring ball, but obviously a lot to take from it?
I think that's what it's all about, though, trying to get these kids in a moment where they can showcase their talents in front, all these schools around the country, right? So I think, number one, you got to execute. And you got to be able to have the talent to be able to go to one of these schools as well, right? And it's up to the coaches to prepare that talent to make sure that they play hard and prepare hard. I think that's the key, right? And I think we're doing a good job of that. We're going to take a couple of weeks off. We're going to get back at it right after Memorial Day, and we'll see how we do against Shaw, open up the season.
Coach, what's one thing that you're most proud of your team of today?
Not getting hurt. Yeah, when you're playing spring games against somebody else, it's your first time going against somebody else in 6 months, right? So the adrenaline is gone, and then you worry about them getting hurt. But if you play fast and you play physical, you avoid that kind of stuff. So I thought both sides did a good job of that. Coach Marcus does a great job, and his staff, my staff is doing a great job. I just love the competitiveness of this scrimmage. I would love to see it in a regular season game one time.
I think we would too.
Anything in particular defensively that you might have liked today?
Defense, I think when you return, we returned 10 guys. When you return 10 guys, that's the expectation. And if you didn't notice, Corey was running with the twos a little bit, and just to get him going a little bit, just to get him going. But when he plays, number 20, you have a whole nother dynamic with him and Richard, the linebackers we have, probably have the best secondary in the state. It's a whole bunch of talent out here, but we have to do a great job as coaches is to make sure that talents keep working hard, and I think that's the key.
Coach, one of the biggest things in the spring game was the defensive line. They seemed like they completely dominated Destrehan's offensive line. You guys think you guys are the best defensive line heading into this season?
They better be. They better be. Hats off to the strength and conditioning coaches, man. They've been getting after it for about 3 months now, and then being able to see that strength and that quickness, and especially that lateral quickness, transition to the field is good to see, right? And I think, we came out healthy. Destrehan got a good team, man. They're going to be a hell of a opponent. We're going to be a hell of a out, too. So we got to keep building. A pat on the back 6 inches from the kick in the ass. So we can't think that today is good enough. We got to keep pushing. But I think it first start off with taking a little break, resetting a little bit, and then coming back in June.
So just kind of your take on the leadership from this group. Arsenio, Corey, you got a lot of guys coming back.
Yeah, I think 17 started to turn on this team, so that's the expectation. I think leadership is the key. Before we came here, we had a pride panel meeting, a leadership council meeting about the expectations of today. The expectations of today was play hard, play physical, play together. And I think we accomplished all three.
John Johnson looked really great tonight. What are your overall thoughts about his game and how he's grown since last season?
He's going to get better. That's day one install we run. I'm talking about the same plays over and over and over again for 3 weeks, right? So when we get into the thickness of the playbook, give Oliver some more targets, give Sanchez more targets, get the young backs going. I was real happy with those guys. I think it's just going to get better and better for him. With the day one install, the throw the completions that he did today, that was pretty good.
Obviously, you can work on getting better, right, in some aspect. What do you think is the next step for this team in order to be the team that you want them to be in fall?
I think number one, it's two things. Number one, we got to stay healthy. That's the key for any ball club in the whole state, right? And number two, we have to build our camaraderie and our togetherness. If it's chemistry with the secondary, chemistry with the O-line and the D-line, we have to keep building that chemistry, and we have to do a better job as coaches to make sure that they are sticking together through this whole process.
Any mention